Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video. Now welcome to the extra video of the day. I did decide to do it because I thought, why not? We're going to be talking about the Climb to Master series that is upcoming. Again, I'm going to be referring to it as Climb to Master, but in the video title and stuff, I don't know if it's going to have Climb to Master. We'll see. Like, if episode 1 tomorrow, the main video of the day, is going to be it. If that doesn't do very well in views, because people are a little bit confused, then I might add Climb to Master to the title again. But I don't think I'll ever do number, though. I don't think I want to do episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. The reason for it, just to kind of give that out of the way, I briefly touched upon it earlier in the Unranked to Diamond video that I did, the overview, but basically, whenever you do something like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, the first few episodes are really popular because it's a brand new series, but then slowly, the interest dies off when you get to like episode 50, episode 70. People don't really tune in for that long because they're like, oh, it's the same thing. So I want my videos to kind of feel a little bit different, but also familiar at the same way every single video. So that's why I'll probably not do episodic stuff. But yeah, it'll be very reminiscent of what you guys have had for the past year or so, but just with a little bit more focus. Every single video will be aiming to kind of show a different aspect of the game, you know, and again, nothing crazy, but like full damage Renekton, or full tank Renekton, or Renekton just pops to my head, but Darius, Anivia, Karthus, any of my champions, it will just be kind of focusing in on one thing that they do very well and highlighting that in the video, in the commentary, and that's an easy way to promote the video in its thumbnail and its title. Like, it just works like that. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So we'll see. Tomorrow, the main video of the day. I haven't recorded it yet, but will be main account stuff. Today's video, though, is basically focusing in on the champion pool that I'm going to be using, and at least at the start of Climb to Master. And again, this isn't like lock and key. Like, if I'm really in the mood to play something, I will play it. Like, this list is a guideline, and that's what I use champion pool stuff for. It's a guideline of these are the champions I'm going to play, and also for you guys, the viewers, it goes, okay, I expect us to be playing these champions. Also, furthermore, because you expect, if your champion pool is complete, these champions, you can build room pages specifically for the champs and have even more strength for them in the early game, which is really nice. So that's why I do champion pool stuff. I have a proper written down champion pool. It changes all the time with meta, with new patches and stuff, but that's just the way that it goes. But yeah, let's begin. So just to mention where the main account is going to be starting in the new CTM series, Climb to Master, is going to be Diamond 5, but in promo series to Diamond 4. So again, we tilted all the way down from D1 to D4, to D5, sorry. I was in promo series to D4 a couple games ago. That was a lost promo, and I instantly got back in promo. So hope to get that going. Again, I will most likely record tomorrow the first game of Climb to Master back again, and maybe the first couple episodes are actually going to be this promo. Like, I might just do that. Because that could be interesting. But again, just to mention, Climb to Master, it doesn't necessarily mean wins. I still upload losses. It just gives me the... basically, I become more of a player, not just a YouTuber in the Climb to Master series. I focus on me as a player and less on, like, YouTubing stuff. So it means, like, Unranked to Diamond, I upload every single video no matter what. Climbing to Master, I don't. I don't even record every single game that I play because I need to focus on climbing. And it just allows me to kind of feel a little bit, you know, calmer, and it's a better climbing environment. But I don't know. I might record like 2 or 3 episodes tomorrow just to have, and I might do those in that promo, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. So that'll be good. But today's video is the champion pool, of course. Now, the annoying thing with the brand new client, unless I am completely missing something, you can't specifically look at like what your champions are. Like, it just doesn't exist, like your champion win rates and stuff within the League of Legends client. I don't think that's implemented yet. So we will have to use websites to kind of go off it. But basically what I'm going to do initially, though, is just kind of fill in the basics. So the basic champions that you guys are expecting in my champion pool, let's just get those out the way because we may as well. So top lane, number 1 basic is Renekton. Number 2 is Darius. And then we're going to leave it there for now. So we're just going for the basics. Jungle, Lee Sin. And then we're going to go with Warwick. I did very, again, we are somewhat judging this of the Unranked to Diamond series. Again, just to mention, we're leaving Unranked to Diamond in technically the same division as this is starting. So we were playing with Diamond 4s and Diamond 5s at the end of Unranked to Diamond, and that's the players that we're going to be playing against now. So if I performed well with these champions there, I should perform well with them on my main account in theory. Mid lane, so this is the awkward one. So on my main account, win rates and stuff are a little bit up the ding. So my Karthus on my main account, although the KD is quite good from my knowledge, the win rate sucks. But on the Unranked to Diamond account, everything's fantastic. So it's a little bit weird and up in the air right now, but I'm still going to put him on my champion pool because I do believe, yes, the win rate is not good right now, but I can probably turn it around. And again, my general rule of thumb is 20 games played is where you should determine if the champion is for you or not. So there's Karthus. We're going to put Orianna in the champion pool. In the Unranked to Diamond series, did amazingly well with her, and I haven't had that much practice on her recently. So if I put a lot more time into her, I think we'll be able to carry games and also play defensive. Like, that's a part of it. Like, if you're in a tough matchup, Orianna is one of the best champions for that, and also has carry potential. Like, I think she's fantastic. And we're going to leave it there for now. Obviously, there will be others. AD carry, obviously, again, autofill exists. Or if I'm simply in the mood to play a different role, then I do add all roles to my champion pool. Just in case I need a room page, I always have specific room pages for the roles that I could get autofilled into. Lucian is number 1 because I think he's actually my best AD carry on average. And then I might leave it there for now and kind of look at win rates and stuff of how we're doing. And then support, I'm going to leave it blank because I have no preference really what supports I play. It'll purely be off meta, and what's good, what's strong, and that type of thing. So, those are the basics. Not surprising, I don't think, to most of you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open this, so that it looks a bit confusing, but there we go. So basically we have op.gg of my Unranked to Diamond account open. And again, I don't want to stay on this one too long, but just to mention why certain things are a thing. 100% win rate on Lee Sin, 80% win rate on Renekton, 80% with a very good KDA on Karthus. Not having a Nivea for now because, again, didn't perform that well. Was doing fine. KDA was pretty good. But 40% win rate, that doesn't look to have amazing carry potential. Darius is back in there. Warwick's in there. Xerath is a maybe, but I'm going to check on my main account how the win rate is there. Furthering down, there's the Orianna. That's why she's now included in the pool. Ziggs is a potential, but when I already have Karthus and Orianna, do I really need Ziggs? And I will just say, when we go on my main account's op.gg in a second, because this is the Smurf, you'll see the game I just played to get back in Diamond Promo was actually Ziggs. I do like him a lot, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, so here we go into other people. So we can now announce, basically, that Galio is now being put in my top lane champion pool. The reason for it, just to quickly explain, is you have Renekton there and Darius there. Both of those champions fulfill the same job. They're a bruiser that can snowball the early and have team fight presence. Galio, first thing is he's an AP tank. So if my whole team is AD, then it does give me the option to do some ability power damage. But furthermore, it's a tank. It's a pure tank option. Triple Dorans while it's available. Again, that might change in future patches. But triple Dorans into tank and just be what my team needs. A very front-lining tank person. Now, the next potential, and what I always do when it's a potential, is I always put a question mark. And that is the next champion. It's going to be Rumble question mark. Rumble, I enjoy his playstyle a lot. I really enjoy Rumble's playstyle. Has good carry potential, great team fighting, and not a bad lane phase. I just want to kind of see if I've played it on my main account, see what the KDA is, because here we did very well, but I don't think I played Rumble at an incredibly high rating. I think those two games that I played potentially were in like mid-platinum, not in like the Diamond MMR, so that's why they're not in 100%. Graves has kind of fallen off. Camille, yeah. So we're going to leave it there for now for our Smurf account, so what I'm going to do is jump on the main account. And there we go. It's updated already. So you can see in my main account right now, we actually have a slightly negative win rate. We tilted that bad. Just to remind everybody, last time that I got, when Climb to Master was a thing, we were running at around a 78% win rate overall when we were in Diamond 1. So I went from a 78% win rate down to a 50. I lost a lot of games in a row. Like, it was really bad. But it was one of those things that you're like, oh, it's not me, you know, I'm not playing bad, and you just keep losing and losing and losing, and I should have just had like weeks break. I really should have. I just didn't. So Here's the question mark with the Xerath. So the Xerath has actually got a slight negative win rate, but a pretty good KD, like 3.2 or 3.1 KD, 6.6, 5.4, 10 assists, 29 games played. So the win rate's not great. I do know in the massive tilting session that I had from Diamond 1 to Diamond 5, a lot of that actually was on Xerath. A lot of it. And if you're tilted on Xerath, you really don't play very well because he's a pure skill shot champion. So he's still like a potential for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him with a question mark. It's not 100%. I know a lot of people like my Xerath, but I just got to be a little bit careful about it. So there's the Darius, obviously definitely in doing very well though, Darius there on the main account. Nautilus, obviously this is kind of old. Nautilus has fallen off by this point. He's not really a champion. Let's actually just go in this window instead. Nautilus isn't really a champion anymore. He kind of fell out of the meta. There's the Ziggs. So we're currently a 50% win rate with a good KD. So the problem that we have now is if I go Karthus, Orianna, Xerath, and Ziggs, they're very similar in some aspects. What I will say though with Ziggs is he is probably the best in terms of getting objectives, in terms of mainly towers. So if you're in a very good mood and you're like, I'm going to snowball and do really good this game, arguably Ziggs is very good to do because you can just take tower after tower after tower. So what I think I'm going to do for now, and it might upset some people, but again, this isn't set in stone. I'm putting Ziggs in instead of Xerath for now. At the end of the video, we might put Xerath in as well. I don't know, because again, I'm used to all these champions. It's not like I've got to learn them again. I'm used to them, so it's not like I've got to pick them up. I can play all of these champions, it's fine. So there's the Gangplank on my main account. You'll notice again, not putting in my pull. I love Gangplank. I used him a lot last season. I just don't think he's very strong right now. Unless you're going to like one-trick him and just, you know, focus on your mechanics so much that you can win lane, which I'm never going to focus on a champion that much. I don't think it's worth playing. Got a negative KD on him, good assists, but to me it's just not worth it. Poppy's fallen off right now, but, you know, if she ever comes back in meta, I'm a pretty good Poppy, so you'd expect her to come back. Vel'Koz's not bad, but again, if I want Vel'Koz in my champion pool, what? I've got to have Karthus, Orianna, Ziggs, and potentially Xerath. There's too many champions that fill the same role. So there is the Karthus win rate that I was talking about. On my main account, 2 and 6 right now with a negative KD. So a terrible performance, but when you flip that this is Diamond 5 rating, and on my main account, on the Smurf, sorry, we did so well. I am basically putting Karthus in my champion pool because recently, again, I haven't been playing on my main account that recently. On my Smurf account, which is the same MMR as this, I have been carrying as Karthus. And I think it's worth putting in my champion pool and just seeing what we can do with him. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But for now, I think it's worth it. Same goes for Lee Sin. On this account, not performing, but on the Smurf account, very much performing. Again, I am putting it to potentially in my massive tilting session from Diamond 1 to Diamond 5. I think I was playing these champions and I was just tilted and I just kept playing bad. But I know if I play Karthus, if I play him well, if I play Lee Sin well, I can carry games. So that's why they are staying in my champion pool, even though they've got bad win rates on this account. Moving more down, Jack's not performing well. Kha'Zix. Again, we've got Lee Sin and Warwick. They kind of fill the gap. What I'd probably want to look for, really, is a tankish support. Tankish jungler, sorry. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to open another internet browser, which is going to be champion.gg. And we're going to go here. And straight away, the champion that was springing to mind straight away has popped up. Zac. So I know Zac is stupidly popular right now, and the chance to get him is quite low. But again, my champion pool are designed that I can play different things depending what's in my team comp, what's banned, what's picked. So if Zac is banned, I have other champions that I can play. But the whole point of having Zac in my champion pool is to have a dedicated rune page for him. So if Zac is suddenly open, I can play Zac with no problems. So we're going to put Zac in the champion pool. Obviously, Warwick we can play as a pure tank. Personally, that's not my playstyle on him, though. And that's why I don't... I play him as a carry jungler, not really a pure tank. And sorry, if you're wondering what I'm doing on my eye, I think I've got like an eyelash or something in my eye. It's kind of annoying. There's Dr. Mundo as well, one of my favorite champions, like, currently rising, but with a 0.32 play percentage, it's not even worth looking at. Anything else that I will probably want, or is that probably enough? Okay, the other one that I was contemplating myself was actually Elise. So the reason why Elise, if you look at my champions, you've got Lee Sin, early aggro AD, jungler, Warwick, Does do ability power damage, but you don't think of him as an AP carry. And then Zac does ability power damage, but a tank. I don't have an AP jungler at all, really, if you think about it. And then say if I have a Tryndamere top and a Zed mid lane and an AD carry and a tank support, I'm then stuck going, I don't have an AP mid laner. I have to do something AP. So that's where I'm thinking of going Elise, because Elise has early game strength and she's pretty strong right now. Like, she's actually not in a bad state at all. So we're going to put Elise back in. And I know we don't have a lot of evidence. Like, if we go back on here, if I look for Elise, I've got 1 game played and I actually did quite well. I don't have a lot of games played on Elise this season on my main account. But if you've been with the channel a lot, you'll know in like Season 3, I used to main Elise for a period of time. So she is going in the champion pool. So next we need to find like a decent AD carry. Let's just quickly look at my main account. Is there any AD carries that I've been doing quite well with? Varus is there, and Varus is not in a terrible position right now. So what we're going to do straight away is just put Varus with a question mark. We'll look at the win rate in a second. Twitch not doing bad with. We'll also put Twitch with a question mark. Again, these are both immobile though, which is not amazing. Vayne I'm currently 0-3 with. There's Lucian, there's Caitlyn. Caitlyn, here's the thing. I would never put Caitlyn in my champion pool because it doesn't matter. You can always play Caitlyn. Like, she's a champion that you don't need to focus on playing to play. So if there was if I'm putting AD carry and all my champions are banned or it's just not a good time to pick them, I can just pick Caitlyn anyway. It doesn't matter. She's the basic AD carry. So anyway, let's back out. Let's go on AD carry. So there is Caitlyn. Again, I don't need to put her in my champion pool. There's the Twitch. So we do have Twitch. We're doing okay with Twitch in the KD. I know it's very limited games, but not bad KD. 67 3 games. And he's doing very well in the meta with a decent play percentage. Twitch, we are getting rid of the question mark. You are in my champion pool, my friend. And then the other one was Varus. Where is Mr. Varus? He's down here. So a lower play percent of 6 point whatevers, but a positive win rate. And we did well with him. Have we been doing well? We've been doing fine with him. 8, nearly 9, 5, 10. Yeah, okay. Yep. That is our AD carry champion pool, everybody. Lucian, Varus, and Twitch. And now we've got to find supports. And again, we'll go through it over again one final time when we finish. And any supports that we can notice. Again, I don't play support, but it's just in case autofill. So there's Janna. I am going to put Janna in my support because I do want a specific room page for her. She's very easy to play. She's very good in a lot of aspects if you play Janna properly and you're not like just waiting in a bush doing absolutely nothing apart from sucking your thumb. She's very good if you're an aggressive Janna. Like, she's a great support if you're aggressive. Any other supports? There's my Bard. I actually really enjoy Bard, and there's a perfect Blitzcrank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both Bard and Blitzcrank in question marks. Again, I don't love Blitzcrank in higher rating, but when we're not really going to play much support, are we? And again, it's just to have a room page. It might share the same room page as Bard. So Thresh is currently doing pretty good. Sona, there's the Bard. Decent player went. Positive win rate. I enjoy him. So we're putting Bard in. So we'll have a dedicated room page for Bard. There's the Janna, obviously doing always pretty well. And there's the Blitzcrank. So support, he's got a really good win rate with a decent play rate. What about, we're changing up here what games, and unfortunately we can't change it to Diamond. I would have liked it to be Diamond at Plus, but it's Platinum Plus. Okay. I'm tempted to do that, but the problem is, if I have Janna, Bard, Blitz, none of them are like pure carry supports. That's my only concern. So if I'm, for some reason, in Champion Select going, I need to carry this game as a support, none of them really can do it that... They can do it, but not easily. The problem that you have, all the carry supports, Brand, Vel'Koz, Xerath, negative win rate, negative win rate, negative win rate. Like, that's really bad. Maybe the meta has just shifted away from carry supports. Alright, we're just going to keep with those three for now. So Blitzcrank technically is going to be my champion pool. But I doubt I'll play him, but he's an option. Where's Rumble? Let's go back up to top lane, actually, and just see what's happening with top lane in terms of win percentages. Okay, so Fiora still doing great. She's not my cup of tea. Karthus, people have said to me, what about Karthus top? I don't love it, but I know why people play it. But look at the play percentage. It's like nothing. So you can't judge it that much. Like, this could be a couple of one-trick ponies playing him top lane, making the win percentage really high. So I wouldn't trust it that much. So the Renekton win rate is actually negative, which, but again, personal preference is a thing when win rates are, you know, so is the Galio, but I like my Galio. Where is Rumble? Did I miss him? I'm guessing I missed Rumble. Okay, boom. Rumble, negative win rate, but a 5% pick rate. Okay, so 3 out of the... Where's Darius? Darius has a positive win rate. 4 of my champions are top lane. Only 1 of them has a positive win rate overall. That's not a great sign, but you can actually see, look at all the win rates in top lane. Ignore the Karthus because obviously the play rate is so low. They're all really like small win percentages. The biggest one's a Pantheon with 5% win rate, so that's pretty good, but I wouldn't put time into Pantheon. So that... Top lane is a little bit weird when it comes to win rates. It's only like a couple % either way, so it's not really that big of a deal. So we're going to put Rumble in the champion pool as our AP option. So just going over the champion pool now, it's Renekton, Darius, Galio, Rumble. 2 AD Bruisers. 1 that's probably a little bit more tanky than the other. Galio as the pure tank option with a not bad lane phase with triple Dorans. And then our pure AP option with Rumble. Jungle, we got Lee Sin for early aggression. Warwick for just general good jungling. Zac, or if Warwick if also we need to shut one person down. Zac for our tank option and Elise for our AP option. Mid lane, Karthus to try and redeem myself on the champ, but if I want to get to late game, he's really good to go. Orianna most likely going to be one of my biggest blind picks. If I'm picking before the enemy mid laner, then Orianna's probably the best thing to do. Ziggs, if I'm confident that I can snowball and get towers and just go crazy and win the game early. And then do I add Xerath? Some people will be like, Huz, you don't have an AD option here. I'm probably not going to have an AD option there. I'm going to be honest. I don't really... Hang on, let's just quickly look at mid lane. So there's Ahri. So Ahri's a potential, but there's the Orianna, there's the Karthus, there's the Xerath. Where's the AD? The biggest AD is Zed with a 47% win rate. And Zed is a champion that, in my opinion, you've got to put a lot of time into to be consistent on. And I'm not a one-trick or anything like that, so I'm never going to be crazy consistent on him. And it's already got a negative win rate and a bad win rate too, so it's not really worth it for me. And apart from him, there's Gangplank. I've never liked Gangplank mid. And there's Talon, who is doing quite well, but I don't really see myself playing Talon. So I just don't think I'm going to have a AD mid laner. So I'm going to add Xerath to the champion pool. And Xerath will act as my pure poker. So if, say, we have a Varus AD carry, a Nidalee jungle, I'll put myself on Xerath to be even more poke. And yes, Ziggs can technically fill that role as well. So it'll kind of go off preference. Whatever I'm in the mood for, I'll play that. AD carry, Lucian will be probably my default AD carry. If he's banned, picked, or if I'm just not in the mood, then Varus or Twitch both kind of do a similar job. Root people or slow people and rat-a-tat-tat, or use Runans to kill everything. And then supports Janna as probably my default, Bard as the next one, and Blitzcrank if I want to go aggressive with Ignite. So I think that's a pretty solid champion pool. Let me know what you guys think. It's been a pretty long video, so I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. But leave your champion pools down below. Just to mention, if you ever want me to kind of go over your champion pool, I've never mentioned it before on YouTube, but there is a Patreon tier that I can have a meeting with you once a month to talk about your profile, your champion pool, your runes, your masteries. Or there's the option to become a tier 2 Twitch subscriber, and I do profile breakdowns live on Twitch. So if you want this type of thing for yourself, there's those options. But if you guys did enjoy the video, you're looking forward to master stuff or climbing to master stuff coming out tomorrow, throw a like on the video. Remember, there's the $1,000 Riot Point giveaway linked in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.